Okay, there's vibration of my apartment, and while LAPD flies directly over my apartment. So I want to let you know what they're doing. They're doing it while I'm reviewing video because I'm about to show you the presence of the light source that's over me as I step outside right now. And I'm capturing the light source that's present over me, and I'm going to juxtapose that with the presence of the light source over me when I'm in Upland, California, inside of 450 Euclid Avenue. In Upland, California, that is under the roof of the Upland Public Library where that light source is hovering directly over my head. And then you are understanding what is the maintenance of the light source while I'm here at Alvarado Gardens, where the entity is engaged in obsessive stalking in a helicopter. I mean, literally every video, every time I download a video, the entity, and it's not funny, it's just so pathetic. And you have what is a state that is not being shy at all about being exposed as, first of all, demons, and understanding the world, understanding what demonic activity is and what the demon possessed actually are and what they look like, and has nothing to do with the picture that you've been, the distorted images that you've been given. And they have not been shy in any regard with regard to continuously stalking. I mean, literally flying over my head, flying over my apartment, flying over my office, and doing so as I'm in the process of uploading evidence that just so happens to be about the fact that the government is always stalking, and doing so in an environment where the light source is still present. Remember, this is the living room where you saw engineer light, and it's still here. And as a matter of fact, this is engineer light right here. That's appearing, if you can see that. And this is also the same pattern of the blinds where LAPD is flying directly over my roof, okay? That's the P.O.C. And the light source, by the way, the sun is above us, so there will be a downward trajectory of light, and it would not be in any way creating any pattern of the blinds above your head. This is demonic, and a demon using a helicopter is nothing other than crossing a path in engineered light. Keeping the stationary presence of engineered light inside of my apartment while flying over me by helicopter is the pattern of conduct. It is also a psychopath that is engaged in federal stalking on the venue of the internet in violation of Title 18, 22618, subsections 1 and 2, in concert with the people of the state, all of whom are in a specific environment which is demonic in nature, exhibiting their demon possession as an entity, which is, again, the engagement in what is terrorism, while placing you under surveillance as a government, which is also terrorism, and also posing an impermissible threat, continuously stalking and monitoring and terrorizing as an entity while you're in the process of documenting it. Like while you're uploading, publishing the evidence of it, and then engaging in that ongoing stalking conduct. That's what the LAPD just did right now, and what they continuously engage in. And I'm going to juxtapose this video with what I captured in September of 2021 during daylight savings time. Okay, so it's relevant to with regard to the time, even though daylight savings time does not apply because this is not the natural environment. But I am acting in accordance to the rules that we are, again, ignorantly giving credence to because you're not actually aware about what surrounds you, and how it's not the natural environment under any circumstances, and the fact that the government is engaged in a secret society, monitoring, stalking American citizens, keeping American citizens under surveillance. This is the light source that's directly over my apartment. All right, and I want to be clear, it's currently 1:53 p.m. And I am inside of the Upland Public Library at this time, as I'm going to remind you about inside of 450 North Euclid Avenue in Upland, California, and you can see the light source hovering over my head, and I'm in Los Angeles, California, and this light source is hovering directly over my apartment building. By the way, that's where the light source was supposedly rising, while I'm also reminding you about the fact that it was rising over me at 7 in the morning while I'm at the Ontario Museum at 225 South Euclid Avenue. At no point is the sun even going to rise, and also 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 6 hours later, it's still in the same sky space right here, and it's still in alignment to me, where LAPD is also flying over my head. That's audible activity by a demon that knows exactly what I'm saying and where I'm at. There's sex offenders who also know when my panties are down. All of the people of the state are going to be prosecuted. And this is a prosecution for what is state surveillance, and this is the secret society. These are the demon possessed. They are engaging in what is an ongoing criminal act while they are maintaining presence in your path, living in that engineered environment, perpetuating, let me be clear, an ongoing act of terrorism while the police fly over you, stalk you everywhere you go, and they are vicariously present, maintaining a specific environment. That audible activity is what Access was doing, knowing exactly as I exited my apartment, and you saw that light source right here in alignment to me, and here's the light source right here in alignment to me. All right, that's the document. That's the prosecution of the people of the state, and many of them off of Avalon, off of Lobdell, off of Effie. They're all going to be prosecuted. They all live in relevant position, and this is the identification, by the way, of a demon-possessed society, highly malicious, engaging in state surveillance in the state of California in violation of your criminal and constitutional rights. Also, the government has no constitutional basis ever to keep you under surveillance by vicarious presence in your path, which is what his group stalking is. And they're also engaged in federal stalking in violation of Title 18. This is also relevant. Again, what ties the entire entity together that's engaged in state surveillance is that prosecution of the state that's engaged in that which is in violation of RICO. Okay, the fact that my documentation establishing the fact that I'm subject to state surveillance, it's directly tied to those RICO charges. And I just want to tie, there is no separation with regard to that which is relevant to those facts relating to that relating to those RICO charges. Okay, so it is currently 1:55 p.m. I'm going to upload that video. This is light source directly over my head. And I'm at building 1806. This is my apartment here. And I also want you to understand, while a demon is creating audible activity in the specific environment where this is where the light source is rising and setting. So you automatically know what that is. That's a demon who knows exactly where I'm at. They're engaging in the maintenance of an audible noise in the path for massive facilitation. And they do so with knowledge of what you're doing on a communication device. You're going to prosecute for federal stalking and state surveillance, and it's relevant to RICO charges. All right, it is currently, again, 1:56 p.m. This is P.O.C.